Recently, I say recently, it's been within like the last few months, I bought the Samsung Galaxy S21 Ultra, and one of the things that I really wanted to try with it was using a smartphone gimbal. So I originally got the DJI OM4. Actually, no, I got that when I had my Pixel 2 because I wanted to try it with that, but then I thought I wasn't going to use it anyway because the camera just wasn't that great on that phone because it's generations old. So I didn't get it with this phone, but I did get it to try it out, but I sent it back because I wasn't going to use it. And so once I did get the S21 Ultra, because the camera is so good on it for photos and video, I wanted to actually try it out with a gimbal and see if it was something that I would actually use as a vlogging camera sometimes if I didn't want to bring out any of my gear, or if I just wanted to kind of chuck a gimbal in my bag and just use my phone. So I was sent the Dolphin Smartphone 3-axis Gimbal from INKEE. And one of the things that I wanted to try was seeing how good it was going to be with my phone. So this is what it looks like. So in the box you get the gimbal, a USB cable and a little tripod and the instruction manual. And so the first thing that I noticed was the fact that I can't use the gimbal with my case on. And the very first time that I opened it and I got it out of the box, I was a little bit, I just couldn't get it to work. But after spending some more time trying to figure it out, then I did kind of get it to work. But the biggest thing for me is the fact that I can't actually use the gimbal with my case on my camera, which is a little bit annoying because even though it shouldn't fall out of the gimbal, if it did, my phone wouldn't be protected. So I'll just show you. It just doesn't fit at all. So if I want to use it, then I have to take my phone out of my case, which is something that I don't really want to have to do, but that's how we have to do it. So I think one of the things that I also didn't realise, and what potentially stops the gimbal from balancing properly, because this is one of the things, the first time I actually put the phone on the gimbal, it didn't balance properly, and I think it might have been because the phone wasn't the right way round. I don't know, but on the side of the phone holder you've got this little arrow which shows you which way the lens needs to point, so make sure that I do that this time. And I'm gonna put the phone in. So once you've actually put the phone in, it does hold it quite securely, but still, you know, I would prefer it if I didn't have to take my case off. So I'm just going to make sure that the phone's relatively in the middle, because I think that also is going to help with the balancing. So once you've done that, make sure that you also use this little knob on the side to actually lock that bit in place so it doesn't move around. And then all you have to do is press the switch to turn it on. Just press and hold, and then that's going to turn it on. So the first time I did this, the first time I switched it on with my phone was flopping around everywhere, and I don't really know why. I don't know what happened. And but doing it now and doing it a couple of times after, it's been fine. And I thought originally that it was because the phone was too big and the phone was too heavy, but it seems to be working fine now. So I don't know what that was about, but it seems, you know, it seems pretty decent. It seems to perform how you would expect a gimbal to. So these markings on the front of the gimbal, you have, obviously you've got the power button here, and then this is the mode button, so you can change the different follow modes. So you've got FPV, follow, things like tilt shift and whatnot, so you can change how the gimbal performs when you're actually holding the phone. And so in order to change the orientation of the phone, you just have to press the mode button twice, so double tap it quite quickly, and that will change the orientation of the phone. So let me show you some footage with the gimbal and some footage without the gimbal. So I've got the gimbal attached, and this is what the footage looks like in terms of stabilisation, and from what I can see it's doing pretty well, and my arm's jiggling about a bit because it's a bit lumpy, but yeah, this is what the footage looks like with the gimbal. So this is me walking now with no gimbal attached, and this is what the footage looks like. I didn't bring a little tripod for me to put my phone in so that I could hold it a bit further away, but never mind. This is what the footage looks like. So I think as a relatively cheap solution, if you do want something for your smartphone and you don't want to spend loads of money, but you just want something which is going to give you that little bit more stable footage whilst you're going out and using your smartphone, then I do think the Dolphin is worth getting. Just be mindful of the fact that if you have a larger phone and you have your case on it, that it's not going to work. You're going to have to take it out of the case, and you might get the issue that I had in the beginning where it was kind of flopping around, the phone was flopping around. But like I said, since that happened, it hasn't actually happened again. So I don't know if it was because I was putting the phone in it wrong or if it was just having a bit of a weird moment. But otherwise, you know, I will probably take it out a few more times and just use it more. And also I'll put together some videos about actually using your smartphone to vlog and shoot B-roll, and what kind of settings to use in your phone and that kind of thing. But yeah, the link to the Dolphin is in the description, so if you want to check it out, then do go in there. And if you've liked this video, if you found it useful, then do give it a like and subscribe for more videos. But otherwise, thanks for watching and catch you next time.